Hi, this is Brad Constantine, and this is a podcast recording of the Old Testament. Although this is not an official recording of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, every effort's been made to be as doctrinally accurate as possible. I'll be using for the text the Joseph Smith translation of the Old Testament, along with many commentaries from general authorities of the Church, BYU professors, Bible scholars, and others. This format will be very detailed, and so if you want a deep analysis of the Old Testament, you come to the right place. Thanks for your attendance. Hi, welcome back. This will be for Nehemiah chapter 10, and I'm going to skip some verses here because they're just names again. Now, verse 1. Now these that sealed were Nehemiah the Tirshathah, or governor, the son of Hakaliah, and Zedekiah. And so then he goes through and lists a whole bunch of names, all the way down to verse 28. And the rest of the people, the priests, the Levites, the porters, the singers, and the Nethinims, remember they're temple workers, and all they that had separated themselves from the people of the lands unto the law of God, their wives, their sons, and their daughters, every one having knowledge and having understanding. They clave to their brethren, the nobles, and entered into an oath that a curse should come upon them if they did not walk in God's law, which was given by Moses, the servant of God, and to observe and do all the commandments of the Lord their God, and his judgments and his statutes. In their new spirit of unity and national pride, the Jews made covenants to marry within Israel, keep the Sabbath, pay the temple tax instituted by Moses, make offerings, dedicate the firstborn to the Lord, support the Levites and the priests with their tithes, and do all things necessary to sustain the temple. In other words, they covenanted to reestablish obedience to the law of Moses. Nehemiah mentions the tithes of the tithes. The Levites were to tithe their own support money for the priests. Originally, the temple tax was half a shekel for everyone over 20 years of age. This amount was reduced to a third part, or 1/3 of a shekel. Such offerings were still a practice in the days of Jesus. And that was out of the Institute Manual. Verse 30. And that they would not give their daughters unto the people of the land, nor take their daughters of the people for their sons. And if the people of the land bring ware or merchandise or any victuals or grain on the Sabbath day to sell, that we should not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, and that we should leave the 7th year and the exaction of every debt. Also we made ordinances for us to charge ourselves yearly with the third part of a shekel for the service of the house of our God, for the shewbread, and for the continual meat offering, and for the continual burnt offering of the Sabbaths of the new moons, for the set feasts, and for the holy things, and for the sin offerings to make an atonement for Israel, and for all the work of the house of our God. And we cast the lots among the priests, the Levites, and the people for the wood offering, to bring it into the house of our God, after the houses of our fathers, at times appointed year by year, to burn up the altar of the Lord our God, as it is written in the law, and to bring the first fruits of our ground and the first fruits of all fruits of all the trees year by year unto the house of the Lord. Also the firstborn of our sons and of our cattle, as it is written in the law, and the firstlings of our herds and of our flocks, to bring to the house of our God, unto the priests that minister in the house of our God, and that we should bring the first fruits of our dough and our offerings, and the fruit of all manner of trees, of wine and of oil, unto the priests, to the chambers of the house of our God, and the tithes of our ground unto the Levites, that the same Levites might have the tithes in all the cities of our village. And the priest, the son of Aaron, shall be with the Levites when the Levites take tithes, and the Levites shall bring up the tithe of the tithes unto the house of our God, to the chambers, into the treasure house. So remember that the tithe of tithes is that the Levites also paid tithing on what they received. For the children of Israel and the children of Levi shall bring the offering of the corn, of the new wine, and the oil unto the chambers where are the vessels of the sanctuary, and the priests that minister, and the porters and the singers, and we will not forsake the house of our God. So this is the reestablishment of the temple worship that they had. So that's the end of the chapter, and we'll see you next time. Bye.